Alrighty, we're going to be installing a nice new outlet here on a nice finished wall. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare wire is the ground. The white wire goes on the silver screw, which is the wide slot. The black goes on the brass screw, which is the narrow slot, and the ground goes on the green screw here in this case. However, you may find white live in a 110, 120 volt switch loop, or on a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So we'll hook this outlet up. So we get our wires out of our box here. We have our white, which is the neutral, our ground, which is the ground, and we have our black, which is live, and we can just verify our black is the live and our white is the neutral. So we'll take off about well, this insulation comes off kind of hard. I don't know why it's coming off so hard. I don't know why it's coming off so hard. But it is what it is. I've never seen a wire strip so hard like this. So, sometimes you just gotta do it the hard way, that's all. Okay, there we go. We got all the insulation off. So we'll put our white wire around our silver screw. So we'll just close the screw we're not going to be using here. Close our loop the direction our screw turns. Get a nice tight hug around the screw. Make sure it's nice and tight and we get a good solid connection like this. We'll get our ground wire up here on our green colored screw. Close our loop the direction our screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight and it looks like that. And we'll flip it around here. And we'll strip our black wire here. Hopefully it'll strip easier than the white wire. No, it isn't. So So we'll just have to do it the hard way. We'll just take our knife, skin it all off right from where we scored it. There we go. It's not as bad as the white was, but I'm going to just scrape it and make sure it's all the insulation came off. All our insulation came off. So we'll flip our outlet around. We'll close the screw we're not using here. Again, you'll make your loop the direction your screw turns. And we'll put our black wire on the brass colored screw here. Close our loop the direction our screw turns, like that. Make sure it's nice and tight. We have a good solid connection. So now we can go put our wires into our box. Keep our ground wire down here at the bottom. And we'll go down and up with our black and white. Like that. And we'll just make sure our ground wire stays down at the bottom here. And we can screw this into the box. Make sure the ground wire is staying down out of the way of everything. Get our other screw out. I put some screws in here. Going in our top up here. And I'll tighten it by hand just so we don't over tighten it. Now I'll get my flashlight and just look and make sure our wires are all where we want them and our ground wires away from everything here. Which it is, so we'll just stick our cover on here. And we'll stick our polarity tester in here. And you can read the chart there that tells you that it's hooked up correctly if you see the two orange lights. And our two orange lights are lit.